Hello everyone, welcome to this session. Our chapter is map reading and interpretation. We're still discussing about these topographical maps. So far in our previous session, we've covered some of the features, how they can be shown using various contours on these topographical maps. So today we'll finish up discussing more of these various kinds of features. We'll start with the planes. So the planes, we'll see how they can be shown using various contours on these topographical maps. Talking about definition, a plain, this is just a continuous tract of relatively flat land covering a broad area of lowland. So that's how we can simply define a plain. A plain is just this continuous tract or feature of the Earth's surface whereby it's relatively flat land covering just a broad area of lowland. So that's what we call a plain. Now, some plains may be lazy, but the slopes are very gentle. So you can find that the plains, they can be lazy, but they can have some kind of slopes apart or just away from them, which they can be also very gentle. So that's also how you can tell that this kind of feature is a plain. Now, plains occur as lowlands and at the bottoms of the valleys, but also they can occur or they can be also on these plateaus or uplands at high elevations. So this is how plains they can be seen either in lowlands or on these uplands. In lowlands, they can be seen also at the bottoms of the valleys, but also when they can be seen at various elevations, they can be seen maybe at various uplands or plateaus. Now, on topographical maps, a plane is shown by contours that are very widely spaced or widely spaced away from each other. So you can tell that this kind of contours they display or they represent a plane when you see that the contours are widely spaced from one another. Now, some rivers, if present, they may be seen to have some meanders that you can notice them along these kinds of contours. Now, here is the diagram that shows how planes they can be seen using these various contours. As you can see, the contours are just spaced widely away from each other. As you can see here is 100, then 200, then 300, then 400, and then there's a showing like a kind of a river here that is flowing this kind of a direction. So this is how you can tell like this kind of contours when are shown on the map. You can tell that these ones are planes. Moving on, let's see the depression. Depression, these are kind of those lowland features. Now, a depression is just on these contour maps is shown by the contour lines that have these small markings pointing towards the lowest point of the depression. So you can tell like this is the depression by seeing that the contours they can be marked with these small markings that are just pointing towards the lowest point. Now, the first contour line with the depression marks and the contour lines outside, it will have the same elevation. So you can tell that the depression is there when you see that the first contour line have this kind of the depression marks and the contour lines that are just outside of it will just have the same elevation. Now, here's how the depression they can be seen or they can be shown on the topographical maps. As you can see here, just some markings of the contours. As you can tell, like here is high elevation, and when you go more down inside here, where this 6,500, it means like here is the depression where it is. Now, aside here, you can see these markings showing these kinds of markings. Now, as you can see, these contours are marked with these markings. Now you can tell like this is the depression, as you can see as from the definition of the depression, whereby the markings they show toward where the contours they decrease or where becomes more decreasing down or where it becomes very low down. Now that's what you can tell like this kind of contours they just show a depression. I hope that's clear. Moving on, let's see a cliff. So this is our last feature that we will discuss on the topographic maps. A cliff, this is described as a steep rock face that is vertical or nearly vertical. So that kind of a feature that you can see on the steep rock, whereby it can be vertical or just nearly vertical, is what we call a cliff. Now, a cliff, all these cliffs are just common in mountainous or hills areas and along the shores of lakes and seas. So these cliffs are mostly common, or you can just see them in these mountainous areas or hilly areas, and along these various shores of the lakes and the seas. Now, on the topographical maps, the hills are just shown by contours that are so closely packed that they appear like to merge into one another. So you can tell like this kind of contours, they show a cliff when you see that the contours are just so closely packed to each other and they appear just to merge into one another. Now, to emphasize the presence of a cliff, a simple or a special symbol is drawn on top of the contours as shown in the figure below. Here is the figure. So as you can see, so this is how a cliff might look like. Now here is how it can be portrayed on using these contours on the topographical map. As you can see, these are the symbols that can be shown. Now you can see these contours are like very close to each other, like they've merged to one another, meaning that this kind of a feature is a cliff. So when you see this, you can definitely tell like this is a cliff. So I hope that's clear, everyone. Thank you for listening. We've discussed these various features, how they can be shown on the topographical maps using these various contours and how they can look like in terms of how they can be shown in these maps. So I hope that's clear, and thank you.